Alright guys, let's do a review of this match, right? So I did a book opening and he followed, right? It's okay, it's common. I'm still learning some of the openings. Somebody suggested two types of openings to me, right? And I still have to look at those, so I'm just going what I believe to be okay for now, right? And this is my signature move, right? And he went ahead to protect his pawn. I protected. I should have tried to go for the 4 move, right? And so he eventually went ahead for my pawn in e4. So I moved. I should have moved my knight from b1 over to c3, but it's okay. So he moved his bishop out. I don't know why people put their bishop there. If somebody knows, please explain it to me. But I went ahead to protect the square at b4, right? Because some people really like to put you in check, right? He moved forward. I'm guessing it's to make space for his bishop to go back in there. So I brought my bishop out. I know the analysis says that I should go for an attack because his bishop is open, but I'm not up to losing pieces at this point, right? And this is the move that I expected, and this is the very reason why I should have put my knight I should have taken my knight from b1 over to c3, right? So all I had to do at this point was to just capture. He captures, and I was thinking, am I up to losing a piece? Yes, no, no. So I was trying to build up some sort of, you know, strategy, but what I should have done was to put my my queen into f3, right? And then I could capture with the bishop, you know. So he did that, and which is fine, right? And then I moved it back. I know, right? So then he put my queen into danger. I covered because he wanted to go to c2. I know this, right? For a fork, to create a fork between my king and my rook. So I just went to protect that space, right? And then he went there. I don't know why, but it's okay. So I was just trying to make space for my queen to go and put him into check and possibly take something, right? So I needed to get his knight away because the knights are dangerous, right? He ran away eventually, right? So then I wanted to take the pawn that was in b7, right? But he did that. So I thought, I did all of this. Am I really supposed to run away now? So I put him into check, hoping. Keep in mind, this is one of my subscribers, guys. Shout out. The guy is really cool and knows what he's doing. So I wanted to take the knight in a5, hoping that he would put his take his bishop from e6 to put it into d7. But that's not what happened. So blocked. I couldn't take the free knight, and then I advanced because I saw that if he moved that knight that's in c6, I could take the pawn that is in e5, right? He castled, and now my entire strategy needed to change because the king is now on the other side of the world. Right. I was trying to go for the pawn again, which would have yielded to nothing, maybe. Okay, if I had taken the pawn, these I would have been in so much danger. If you know, you know. Alright. So he went for my queen again. I think it's good. He saved me a lot. Right. So then what I did was to just take my queen all the way back. He captured my bishop. I think he saw the power it held. So then I captured his knight. I feel like the knight is much more stronger than the bishop though. But anyway, so now his other bishop, I mean his other knight was in danger. He moved it away. Now this is where it becomes a bit tricky, right? He moved his knight to f4, so which means he could take the pawn that was in g2 to try and put me into check, right? I wasn't sure. Do I take it? Do I not? I mean, do I take the pawn that's in e5 with my knight, or do I not take it? I was a very, and I didn't want to take his knight that was in f4 because I didn't want to lose both of my bishops, right? Having one of each is okay. And my other knight in with this b1 was stuck. So I castled trying to protect the pawn that's in g2 because I did not want to open my pieces, right? In front of my king because the king would take forever to get to the other side. So he moved it away in protection of the pawn in e5, right? And I didn't see that the pawn in c4 was open, right? So what I should have done at this point was to try and protect that pawn. But I, tried to go for the pawn in what do you call this? In e5. I'm getting used to this e something, c what, the whole thing. So fine, it's okay. He captured the pawn that was in c4, and it's okay. I don't mind, right? So I tried to chase him away. What he should have done at this point was to still continue to capture that pawn in b3, because what was my queen going to do? Nothing. Oh no, wait, something, because his queen is actually not in e6, right? So he moves it away. And I tried to go for his queen, right? But he covers. So this is where he should have gone to capture the pawn that was in b3, because what was my queen going to do? Nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. But then I move out. I honestly was not trying to capture his knight that was in g6. I was just trying to protect the whole him probably trying to open my king, So he captured it. And I almost panicked because I was thinking, how am I going to take it back? Then I remembered my bishop is there, right? So then he moves his queen out. I do not know why. Oh, okay, he tried to put me into checkmate, right? So I went to capture his bishop. Even if he tried to go down with his queen, my bishop is over in h4, right? So then he goes ahead to protect the pawn, right? For me not to go up with my rook. So I thought, hey, why not go for the pawn that's in b7? But why though? Because it would just make it easier for his rooks to move. So he tries to go and put more protection onto the pawn that is in e5, and I cover. I mean, I go protect the bishop that is in h7. I go to build some pressure on that pawn too. So he was, I don't know, I think he was trying to tease me here, you know, and say, hey, my rook is open, but the rooks are connected, okay? So I do that move because I'm trying to uh, build pressure on the pawn that's up in F7, right? So he tries to protect that, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. I move it back. He moves it back, and I move the pawn forward because I wanted to move somewhere, but that pawn would have not been protected, right? Um, and he moves his queen down. Why? I don't know. I think he probably wanted to move his pawn that's in e5 down, yeah. So I moved my rook up, right? And this is in like complete attack towards his queen. He moves it back up. In the chat, it was said that it was a mouse slip, so I don't know. I captured it, right? That was a win for me. And this is where everything shifted. And so I put him in check, and I knew at this point that he was gonna try to go for my rook. You know, I yeah, I did that. So then he came forward and I took it, right? He tried to go for my rook. That's in g4, but I went in for the attack, right? And if he takes the rook that is in g4, I'll take it with the pawn and then it'll amount to nothing, right? So he doubles his strength with the rooks, and I'm thinking if I run away, it's not going to mean anything, right? So I put him into check, and he has to take it, right? So he did, and I put him in check again, right? So he has to cover, and he did because my knight was over there in f5, right? I had the liberty of taking it, and nice, it was checkmate, guys. This is one of the really, really good games, right? So currently, this is just a review of an old game, right? I'm on 770 something, so I'm climbing the ladder. Do like, comment, subscribe, and I will definitely see you on the next one.